Welcome back to the RC store. My name's Ammo. Check out what we got on the desk today. This is the ZL1 Losi NASCAR. Now, if you haven't seen the in-depth unboxing video to this, be sure to check it out. I'll put a link just up here in the corner. We check out this car, we go through the specifications, we put it against a Grom and see if it's the same, and we find that this is actually longer. They do share some parts that are similar, but they are different cars. Now, this I picked up from the USA. I actually went to the USA recently. Those of you that have seen some of my earlier videos know that I went over and did a tour. If you haven't seen that video, I'll also put that up here in the corner. Be sure to check that out. In this video, what we're going to do is take this out for its first run. Now, I don't know what to expect. It's the first time I'm driving one of these cars. It is brushed motor. However, those of you that have seen the Civic front wheel drive video, which is, you might be able to see the Civic sitting just up here. That thing actually surprised me. I think it was like 27 miles an hour straight out the box, front wheel drive, brushed motor, and that was quite impressive. Now stay tuned. We are doing some crazy upgrades to that car, so feel free to stick around for that one as well in the future. Now this, we're going to run completely stock. Like I said, we're going to do a couple of tests on this and see what this performs like, and then moving forward, we are going to start a journey with this, which is the road to 100 miles an hour, to see if we can get as close as possible, if not exceed 100 miles an hour on a live road with this particular car. So without further ado, let's go find some tarmac and let's see what this thing can do. We're here on location with our Losi NASCAR. Now the weather today is absolutely fantastic. The sun is out, as you can see, and we're going for a bit of a GPS speed run to start this video up. However, it is about 6 degrees centigrade and I don't have my camera holder with me on my transmitter today, so I will be recording single-handedly. Let's get into a GPS speed run and let's see how this does. So I've got the GPS here. I am track starting it, as you guys can see there, and I'll just move the car for you guys. There you go, so it's all working. Let's get into a speed run and let's see what we can pull. All right, so going off, like I said, do bear in mind I am running single-handedly, and it is tracking slightly off, but we'll make do. Right, so here comes. Right, full throttle. Right, it's not the fastest at all, so I am glad that I have picked up my big power system for this, but just to give it the best opportunity, which ain't gonna be great, I'm still going to run it up and down a couple of times. Gives you guys a bit of an idea. Like I said, this, I can't wait to do the power upgrade that I'm going to do in this. One last run. And that's about all I'm going to get out of it, to be fair. So let's pull it back and let's see what it's pulled on a GPS speed run. So I've got my GPS just here to hand. All right, here we go. I'm not expecting big numbers. 15 miles an hour will be quick enough. It is a brushed 2S. 20, I'll take that. Right, let's take this out and get some drag times with it, see what it pulls, and then get into a bit of a hoon, see how it handles, etc. right out the box. So next location, I've come to this car park. Like I said, it's first thing in the morning and it is getting a bit busy. We were here with the Honda Civic, and we are going to perform the similar tests with this. Now, the test that I'm doing 132 feet drag run. Now, the purpose of this test is not to build this as a drag car, it's just to give you guys an indication of what it can actually achieve. It gives you a benchmark when I do a power upgrade to see the actual difference. Now, as you can see, I have done 132 feet. We're going to test this. Let's see what this pulls. All right, all the way down. All right, bring that down. That should be about 132 feet. Now, like I said, we're not expecting big figures. We know it's not going to be fast. However, it gives us a benchmark for when we do upgrade it. So if I press stop, read, so 6.35. I've given it one more run, 132 feet, start. All right, let's go. Let's see what it pulls this time. Like I said, we're not expecting big numbers. On the last one, it did maximize the speed of 20 miles an hour. which is what we pulled on the GPS speed run, but it's going to give us a firm indication when we upgrade this of how much better it actually is. So let's stop that there. Read. It's actually slower, but max speed is exactly the same. Right, so we've got a benchmark now, and now we know where we are. Right, I think it's time for a bit of a hoon. Let's see how this thing handles and performs. Right, so here goes. Right, the initial takeoff is absolutely fantastic. It does grip and launch. And them slick tires, all right. Now I am controlling this single-handedly, and so far, it's all right. You can get it to do burnouts and drift. Yeah, boy. So once again, in terms of controlling, it's very easy to control, and it can become very agile. Now, as them tyres are picking up a bit of dust and dirt, they are becoming a bit more slippery than they were when I pulled it out of the box. And there is a bit of understeer on it. However, when you do control it, you can control it nicely. You can get the back end to spin out. Yeah, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, not the fastest. By far, I think the Civic was a better drive. And I think that just comes down to because it was the novelty of being front wheel drive. And something different. And also being brushed that did 27 miles an hour. Where this is 20 miles an hour. But once we are done with this, it should be a lot quicker. Like I said in the previous video, we will be doing the road to 100 miles an hour with this, and I'm looking forward to that, to be fair. Something different, something you don't see in the UK. Yeah. Now, if you have a few of these evenly matched, I reckon you can have a lot of fun, and especially on a track. Like I said, this is a NASCAR at the end of the day. And if you use it like a NASCAR, yeah, loads of fun to be had. Overall first impressions, I'd expect it to be slightly faster. That would be good. And other than that, for the price point, you can't grumble, to be fair. At £125, yeah, I'm not even complaining that it's brushed. You got more than enough money in there to allow you to upgrade it to a brushless conversion. But yeah, check it out. Spin it round, back the other way, and so far it's gripping well. Bear in mind, like I said, it is running slicks, no issues. Spin round. Oh, look at that. Yes. The ZL1 Camaro by Losi. This thing, to be fair, for £125, absolutely incredible. Now, I wasn't expecting it to be mega quick. I knew that at the start, but I expected it to do about 15 miles an hour, and it produced 20. So I was happy with that, already knowing that this ain't going to be a mega fast car. But I wanted it to be a good enough platform that handled really well. The last thing I wanted was this to topple over on a brushed setup, and it didn't. It handled really well. So therefore, I think this is a perfect platform now for me to upgrade on the road to 100 mile an hour. Now, we might not hit 100 mile an hour, but we're definitely going to try. So I think Logic RC here in the UK have missed a little gap in the market here. So if you don't know who Logic RC are, they're the main distributors of Horizon products over here in the UK. And we don't physically get these. And I think personally, these would have taken off quite well. Regardless of it being a NASCAR, it's a on-road platform that's slightly bigger than the Grom and smaller than the temp scale. And the reason why I say this would have taken off quite well here in the UK is because I associate myself with a lot of different people, and there's some people that don't drive actual real cars. So when they buy a, argument's sake, a 7th scale car or an 8th scale car, they haven't got the means to transport them. And the way they transport their RCs is put them in a backpack, jump on a bus and get to their location. Now, those type of people like small RC cars, especially if they live in the city, because the city doesn't always have a lot of large areas to hoon around, and something like this is ideal. Now, these sort of people normally have small RCs and they quite like the smaller scale cars. They do like to modify them and hop them up. So therefore, I thought this would have been a perfect platform. And now a number of you guys have commented on my channel in the previous past that live in cities and stated not everyone can run big RC cars, and I totally understand that. And on this channel, I try and cater for absolutely everyone. So therefore, those of you that live in cities, I think this would be absolutely perfect. In terms of speed, etc., if you're in the city and you ain't got a large area to run it in, I think 20 mile an hour is more than enough for something this size. And especially if there's a few of you racing, you can really become competitive. But moving forward, there's enough room in it for you to modify. And guys, we all know, looking at the Mojave platform, etc., as in the Grom series, you're going to get 50 mile an hour out of this all day, every day, once it's basically souped up. So the road to 100 mile an hour should be quite interesting. So wrapping up this video, is this RC car worth the money? And my honest opinion is 100%. For that sort of money, you're getting yourself an incredible platform, something you can just hoon around as it is if you live in the city, etc. And if you're like me and you want to tinker and you want to make it faster, once again, another platform that you can mess around with and excel them speeds. I'll leave that thoughts with you. Drop a comment below. Let me know, what would you do with this car? Would you pick it up for that sort of price here in the UK? And what would you do to it? And those of you who are in the USA that have already got one of these and modified them, drop a comment below and let me know what you've done to your rig and how fast have you got out of it in terms of speed. I'd be really interested to know. Guys, if you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.